Hey, I'm Al McGhee here at yetickets.com. I'm with my buddy Steven Lebowitz. He's the MovieNot.net film critic. And man, we're going to talk about Black Panther, Wakanda Forever. That's what we're going to talk about right now.
Yes, sir.
Well, Steven, I tell you this. I enjoyed this film very much. The reason I enjoyed this film, well, first of all, Black women are in charge.
Yes. And
But not
also,
only that, you got the director, Ryan Coogler. He knew exactly what to do with this film. You know, from what I read in the beginning, he did not want to do this film because, well, the death of the lead actor. But
Chadwick.
what they did in this film was very, very great about giving tributes to the King and the Black Panther. I really enjoyed that part of the film. What do you think about that part?
Oh, even just at the beginning, we had the Marvel Studios logo at the beginning, and usually it's always the different superheroes. But when they did it for this one, it was just Chadwick as Black Panther doing different things, either behind the scenes or from different films. So yeah, from right from the beginning, it was a nice tribute right to Chadwick Boseman. Terrible loss, and of course they had to deal with that in this movie too.
Yeah, they did in this movie. And also, he had Queen Wamanda, which is Angela Bassett, his mother. Well, now she's fully in charge of Wakanda. And also, she has her daughter Shuri, which is played by Letitia Wright. Well, she's still grieving, but she's still trying to find ways to help protect Wakanda. But things are happening. For example, the world is almost against Wakanda because Wakanda will not share what they have with the world.
Vibranium, yes, like the most precious metal in the world, and can use for deadly weapons, which is why they, always felt, yeah, we really can't share this, and people are trying to mine it in other places. But it's not just the other world you have to deal with. Now we are getting a big, major Marvel character being brought to the screen in the form of the Submariner, better known as Namor, and he was a heck of a character and a heck of a nemesis for everyone in Wakanda.
Exactly, man. And the thing about this guy too is that he was with Marvel in 1939, and then when I was a kid, a teenager, I used to read the Submariner comic books. And the thing about it, he didn't know was he good or bad or whatever. He's just trying to protect his kingdom underwater and things like that. And he joined some of the other Marvel characters to fight against some other evil things and things like that. But they finally bringing him out, and I've always enjoyed this character. And in this film, I enjoy him too because wow, what he brought was a lot of fear to me, but a lot of sophistication. What I mean by that is that his control of his people and his kingdom and what he wanted to accomplish, I really enjoyed that a lot about this character, the way it wrote him in.
Yes, and typically we have our story of a Marvel villain in the first one. Typically we always we always have the Marvel villain in every movie, but this time, even though Samaris is the nemesis here and quote unquote the bad guy, he's not really the Marvel villain. He, like you said, he's doing what he's doing to help protect his people. So it's not I like how it's not your typical our Marvel superhero, our Marvel villain, and it's to face off. It's just the hero is just doing what he thinks is right by his people. So it's a bit of a more of a complicated story than straight good guy versus bad guy, so to speak.
Yeah, and Warmonger was played by Michael B. Jordan,
Yes,
and I don't want to give a lot away about this film, but
of course
he was
not.
very good in the first one. He was the enemy in the
Yes,
first film. So, but anyway, yeah, I just feel the Submariner could have been, should have been what he could have been in this film. I think they worked it out very well. But not only that, man, you got to admit too that this is the first comic book movie to be nominated for Academy Award. Black Panther, the first one.
yes.
But in this one, they
Won.
brought back.
It won Oscars. It didn't just nominate it. It won.
Yeah, yeah. Well, they got nominated for Best Picture too, though. Remember that.
Yes.
But also it brought back the costume designer Ruth Carter and the production designer uh, Hannah Beachler and the composer Ludwig and the cinematographer Autumn, and and other people in this film. And it's a very beautiful looking film overall.
Yeah, and it's not without some issues. I did find it, it's a 2 hour, 40-minute movie. Probably could have been 2 hours,
Well,
20, 2 hours, 30 minutes. There was
I
some,
didn't mind that because it was interesting. It still kept the story going on. That's why I didn't mind that. In fact, I didn't feel that. I didn't feel that time myself.
I felt it at times, and listen, this had a huge challenge. Obviously, this was not the direction the movie wanted to go. We wanted to have Chadwick Boseman, and who I don't know if the story would have been still Submariner, but so it took some interest. It was a challenging film. This is the last movie in Marvel's Phase 4. Phase 4 is done, thankfully, because Phase 4 has been a very weak phase for Marvel.
Oh yeah.
It started out weak. It's been weak throughout. Most of the shows have been just okay at best. Even this movie is good. I wasn't like it didn't go. It's asking a lot. It's asking a lot. It didn't get to the same exact level as the first Black Panther.
Well, that's because the first Black Panther was the first Black Panther. But for me, this movie is great. The level is still good for me because I enjoyed the characters. I enjoyed what they did with the characters in this film, and I enjoyed the actors in this film. Again, like Letitia Wright and Angela Bassett, and then you got this new young lady in there, Dominique Thorne. She's that young lady, and also, man, come on, these characters in here did very, very well in this film. And you got Winston Duke in this, man. He did a great thing in this. Not even that, even Martin Freeman, what he did in this film. And not only that, man, you got to admit that the people in this film did a very good job. And and again, Lupita Nyong'o. Come on. Come on.
It's a quality film. It is good. It is, ending Phase 4 on a higher note than it had been going.
Because that Thor film sucked. That Thor film.
There's a lot of bad films. Black Widow wasn't good. A lot of the Marvel shows have not been good. On Disney Plus. There's just been, this is all part of Phase 4, and it's been subpar. Now, with another Avengers film coming up, with Ant-Man and the Wasp and Quantumania, or whatever it's called, for the next one, with Kang the Conqueror as the main villain. I think you're going to see a more of a shift and more of a focus when Phase 5 starts next year, which I think is in February or March.
Oh yeah, well, I'm not looking forward to that right now. I'm looking forward to seeing Black Panther, Wakanda Forever again. So how you rate this film? I'm giving it 4 palm trees out of 4. What are you going to give it?
3 swords out of 4.
Oh, well, congratulations. That's still great too.
That's still good.
In my opinion.
Listen, by all means, I think that there are some issues with it. I think everyone should go see the film. If you can see it like in a format like IMAX, I would encourage that too. But I'm not saying, I am nobody saying this is a bad film. I'm saying it sucks. It's still very good. It's just, I just didn't rank it as high as you. I don't rank it as, in perfect category. It's, it had some issues, but overall, I think Marvel fans in general will enjoy this new outing.
And Black Panther fans will enjoy this film. And the reason they will enjoy it because this is something entirely different that they did not expect at all.
Yes,
the plot is very different.
Right, and some people thought maybe they should recast him. I think they went with the right decision by not doing that.
Yeah, and also I want to remind people who watch this video, stay for the credits. Of course, Marvel, they got something there.
Stay for the mid-credit. This one only has one mid-credit scene. There's no credit scene at the very end of the credits. There's a mid-credit scene. After that, there's no extra scene at the very end. So if you have to go to the bathroom or something, you don't have to wait till the end. You can go and do your business.
That's right. Steven Lebowitz, thank you very much for telling us what you thought about Black Panther Wakanda Forever.
Always a pleasure, Al. Thanks for having me.
And we'll talk soon, all right?
Yes, sir.